This is Mongolian Mindset, and today we're gonna be typing someone for one of our new members, Jamer. They recommended Melissa O'Neill to be typed. We don't know much about her. Look like she's like some actress or like singer or something like that. Maybe Zara can pull up the Carfax on her. Guys, you know we use Linda Barron's interaction styles and Tiffany combined with cognitive functions. We have all of these online. Just go to the playlist how to find anyone's personality type. And we do have a breakdown of the cognitive functions as well. Just go to the playlist cognitive functions. They're pretty good. If you want to get through them fast, just put it at 2x speed and you just run through it. If you want to recommend somebody for us to type, you have to join our Discord and boost our server, and then you'll get a link to recommend somebody for us to type once a month. Is there anything you want to say before we get in this on this Miss O'Neill?
Well, I mean, she was particularly known for her role in the Rookie. She's a actress and a singer slash songwriter. Looks like over here she is that she won the third season of Canadian Idol. She she's got a pretty impressive resume.
Okay, okay.
Um,
Well, I mean, I think she's low key, but we'll
Low
take it.
key.
Yeah, I mean, I think she's not like a big name.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, what was the show that I guess she's on? Is it
I think she's more in Toronto, in Canada.
okay?
Yeah, yeah. She's more famous there, but
Okay, so, yeah.
I don't know,
Okay.
Canadians,
Yeah.
Canadian.
So they have her as an ESFJ on personality dummy base with not a lot of votes. So we shall see today, ladies and gentlemen. But ESFJs are informing, they're initiating the process, they're affiliative, they are systematic, they're concrete, they're TIFE, and they're SINE, guys. So if she meets those metrics, we'll go ahead and call her ESFJ. If she doesn't, we'll find her real personality type. All right, guys, quick rundown for the direct versus informing. It's like basically this person uses more close-ended statements versus open-ended statements. Being informing, beating around the bush, passive. Uh, Direct is kind of specific, concise to the point. Then you have initiating versus responding. Basically, somebody an introvert or extrovert. For the responding types, the information goes to the back of the brain. That's why the wiring is. Just follow Dario Nardi's work on that. And then for initiating people, the brain wiring is more to the front of the brain so they can quickly respond to things. Sometimes they'll even change the subject or whatnot. Kind of not a metric that we use a lot, but if it's in abundance, we will take it. Okay. Generally speaking, we look for things that are in abundance. All right. Then you have process versus outcome. Is this person looking at the end product? That's going to be outcome, or are they looking for the journey? That's going to be progression, right? So the thing about the journey types is they always seem to have a journey to go through to get to the destination, right? While the outcome types would just a lot of times just skip over it. Yeah, so it's pretty easy to see that is this person journey focus is the outcome focus. Then you got affiliative versus pragmatic. Okay, so we like cooperation. Is this person more into cooperation, interdependence? Basically people a lot. And then you have pragmatic, which is more utilitarian mindset, ends justify the means. They're more so going to be pushing for autonomy, right? You'll see that quite a bit. They don't really respect rules, is what I would say about pragmatic people a lot of times. But don't mix that up because some of the Philip types can push that too sometimes. Then you have structure versus motive or systematic versus interest, right? Does this person use a system or structure to find the best way to do something, or do they brain just process things from a systematic point of view? Then you have motive, right? Are they looking at like what someone gets out of a situation? Do they feel as comfortable, most comfortable when they know what someone gets first, right? Like, okay, Zara gets this, I get this. Okay, now I'm happy, right? They also look at like, okay, what's the psychology behind this person? You see that a lot with the NFs. It's kind of very obnoxious. They're always like, oh, well, this person's missing this in their life, so that's why they're doing this, or this person's compensating for this by doing this. And then you have concrete versus abstract. Does this person believe in the intangible versus the tangible? Like the tangible is going to be like the news, the sports, and all of that, Jimmy Jazz, or are they talking about the big picture of life? Okay. Theories, philosophies, all of that type of thing. Then you got TIFE, which is evaluating and judging, right? Empirical data is the TEFI is more about authenticity. Then you have TIFE. That's just understanding. I like to call it understanding because they're just one, FE understands people, emotions, empathy, and that nature, looking for outward harmony, while TI is like understanding things, breaking them down from pieces to pieces to build it up from principles, if this then that. Then you have SENI, which is adaptability, being in the moment. Um, Observing the world around them. They're going to be other referencing when they speak, right? Because they're going to be looking for objective experience amongst the people. And then you have NI, like what do you foresee? Okay. What is the deeper meaning here? Are you anticipation? Okay, your next 5 moves, next 10 moves, that type of thing. What's your vision? Right. And then you have SI, which is more about past focus. It's also about body human homeostasis. They're going to be self-referencing. Then you have NE, which is about patterns, connections, brainstorming, not chasing novelty, that type of thing. I like to call it chaos. It's a fucking agent of chaos. But that's a quick rundown there. Um, yeah.
I have a burning question for you.
Okay.
How do you and your co-star Eric Winter nail that lingering stare, like almost slow motion kind of look at each other? Do you ever break character and laugh? Do you have to yell cut? Because it's pretty epic.
Really? I feel like every enduring romantic couple on a serialized procedural like does that. I don't is it out of the norm? I don't think we've never broken character where we've had to do anything like that. Um I don't know. This is a part of the gig, we are paid the medium big bucks to build connection and have that
See?
rapport with someone. But I do think there's like a short.
Wasn't it like performative and connection there? I would say,
Yeah.
yeah. I would say that what we thinking there? FESE?
Well, yeah.
The medium
Yeah.
big bucks to build connection and have that rapport with someone. But I do think there's like a shorthand with Eric and I. I don't know how that came about, but it's been there since day one. We were razzing each other right away. I do think humor is a big part of that connection, and that's just another form of intimacy that allows us to also explore
Agree.
lingering eye contact.
Right?
And and then any
Yeah.
towards the end.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. No, it's such a you like feel it through the screen. It's such a I don't
Oh.
know, sexy moment every time you two do it, and I couldn't love it more. It's so great. That finale, which just aired. Oh man, it's like been a season of will they or won't they get together, and we're kind of left off on a cliffhanger, right? We don't quite know where it's gonna go. What did you think about how everything went down?
I thought it was pretty funny. I mean, have you seen it?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was pretty strange and funny how, we finally get to this moment where they're speaking, or he's speaking at the very least, and she, of course, passes out. And I did see somebody comment on social media. They were reflecting that it was really sweet to them that, of course, she finally gets a moment of sleep when he's around, that there's actually enough safety and ability to like let go into sleep. And I don't know if you've been in that situation where you're firing on all cylinders and you have to like be in charge of everything and you just can't sleep or let go. And then you're with that one person that makes you feel safe enough and like, okay, I can rest now. Now that this person is here, I can finally rest. And I hadn't thought of it that way. And I loved that reflection. And I think that's one of the really special things about the fan feedback we get. Like they see these things in the relationship that even we don't.
Are we getting SE here, guys, or what? They see
Mm.
these things, and then I saw
Yeah.
the person do
Yeah.
this,
Yeah.
whole what you call it there.
Yeah.
Pick up on, even
It's
though we're
messy.
spending
Yeah.
so many hours, weeks, and months and years with these characters. So yeah, I thought it was sweet. I know that everybody's like wanting more, but I did enjoy that.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. There is a
Any.
comfort in just being able to
Any,
be in the presence of somebody
Arguably, yeah.
without having to feel on or like you're putting on some sort of show. And even though those two characters have such a history and we don't know if they're gonna end up together or not in this moment, it's
Yeah.
still like that piece of your story never went away, that comfortability never went away, which is really cool.
Yeah, that sense of home. I've talked about those two characters like that before. I think there's like there is that, yeah, that's how I talk about it. There's a sense of home, and I think that's what translates to the audience as well. That's why they're like, obviously they're supposed to be together. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. You guys were a huge part of the storyline this season, which of course begs the question in season 8. Like, do you think we'll get an answer? Will you all be together? Well, maybe not, maybe so. What do you think?
It was, I honestly, if it was up to me and if I had the chance to say this without knowing the answer, I probably would have been like, I have no idea, because I think that there there can sometimes be this idea that once they get together, then the payoff is done. Then there's like nothing to like rope people in anymore. But I do think that
Interest?
there is a sense of wanting to
Mm-hmm.
escape into an aspect.
There's an interest.
Mm-hmm.
Potentially, yeah. And she's very animated. I'm thinking she's informative. I think she's a,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
she's a starter type, but I guess we'll
I think she's any Dom, honestly.
yeah.
So, okay.
She's
Yeah, and
super
when she's
animated.
talking about how when she's feeling of home, it sounds like some SI comfort,
Yeah.
Yeah.
honestly.
Aspirational relationship that like finally wins. There's a whole generation of people out there that are like, oh, dating is really hard. I just want to see something that's like working well, you know. But I read an interview from our showrunner the other day that he said that it's happening next season. He doesn't know how we're getting there, but it's absolutely happening. And so congrats to Chenford Nation.
Yeah, yeah,
It sounds like a win.
it is a win. It's a huge win. I think people are going to be, I don't know, having a parade down the streets after hearing that. That's amazing. That's amazing. And you're so brilliant in this role. I mean, you've played her for 7 seasons. I imagine she's very close to you and to your heart, and you just probably understand her and get her little intricacies in a way that feels so comfortable and
Mhm.
safe and connected, right? So I'm curious, is there a moment where you think this season Lucy forgave Tim for everything?
That was a total left field for me when that happened. That when the revelation that she had actually forgiven him happened, I definitely was a little bit confused and needing to backtrack because we got the information as the scripts came, you know. But I think our show does that a lot. We jump around on the timelines a little bit, and I think that's one of the joys of having an audience that pays such close attention, because then there will be this post rationalization that happens and they're like, okay, so if that is the case, if we rewind back 3 weeks, then maybe that was a clue of where that was happening there. And it is such a credit to our writers that they're able to piece together a story that allows for that. Whether or not everybody
FE?
thinks that they would agree with that statement is up for debate, but it's gotten us this
Mm.
far, and people
See?
seem to love it. So I'm hoping that that the forgiveness will be a little bit more fleshed out and how we got there in the new season, hopefully. But
Yeah.
we don't want to spend too much time there either, because
I'm
I
gonna
think
talk
people
so
I
are.
feel
much.
I feel pretty
Oh,
good
geez.
about FE and progression.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hold
And
up.
think there was some TI in there as well.
yeah.
Feel pretty good with TIFE and progression.
Yeah.
Um, so let's go ahead and hit that.
Fucking real chatterbox.
God.
You should be really happy. So
Can you imagine being stuck in a room with her? I'd be burnt out after a couple minutes.
Same.
So progression. What do we say? TI. Okay, TIFE. Okay, I think there's a lot of I think there. A lot of I think. Uh,
And connection.
all that shit. So with that being said, that eliminates all of these guys because they're outcome types, and all of these guys, and this guy, and this guy, and INTJ is gone, and ESFP is
Uh,
gone.
at least thankfully INTJ is gone.
Yeah, so we got ESFJ, ISTP, ENTP, and INFJ here. Okay.
Eager to see them get on with the getting on, you know.
Yeah, for sure. They want to keep the story moving, and that's so interesting. So in that situation where it's not totally concrete and as to how that happened, did you have to pick a moment like, okay, in the season, I feel like at this point or this scene I shot, maybe that's when I kind of forgave that character?
Yeah, I think there were a few moments, but in my heart, I always felt that it happened in these like, because I've been there. I've been in that situation myself where you're upset about something and then you're in proximity and you're getting back into your life and you're seeing the things that they're exceptional about and you're feeling the comfort that you have. And maybe it's falling back into old habits. It could absolutely be that. But sometimes the stuff that you beef about, like time does heal things, especially for a character, I think, like Lucy. She's gone through a lot of traumatic stuff and it seems to fall away. And that is something that Alexi has built into who she is as a person. She's not the type of person who's going to linger and chew and just like keep grinding down on this thing that's caused her suffering. She's going to keep it pushing because she's got a lot of beautiful things in her life and she has a lot of love in her heart, especially for this guy. Yeah.
Yeah, dating's not easy, right? We've all been there. We've all been there. I don't quite know how you do it though, in terms of a long relationship on a show for 7 seasons, keeping it fresh, keeping it interesting, keeping it exciting, keeping it real and honest, which I think is also a testament to the work that you do. So is it really fun as an artist to explore something so long term? Because not a lot of people get that opportunity.
That's true. I think it is fun and it can be challenging sometimes too. I come from theater, so I love being in a space where it's like, okay, we're going to do the exact same story 8 times a week, and you better live in it and make it real. Like that is it's a cauldron. It's like a firing to practice that. And so I do think that there's a lot of juice from that space that I've brought here that can keep it fresh and new, but it's also a testament to the writers. It's the pacing of our show that allows those moments to not get too tired, I hope. I will admit, sometimes I get a little itchy, she's a very specific type of energy and character. And as an actor, like sometimes I think of Lucy as this really like happy dumpling, she's got this cheerfulness to her that is kind of impenetrable. And even when she's like hard and tough, she can like seamlessly go back into her levity and her joy. And I love that. And also it'd be cool to play a villain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I recently had an audition for somebody who was just so like on the complete other end of the spectrum. And I was like, oh my God, like the artist in me feels really
I feel like she just initiated that.
Yeah.
like exercised and juiced up
she's
to have an
abstract.
opportunity to flex that aspect. But it is an absolute joy. And
Yeah, let's take abstract.
I think, yeah, abstract.
So we're looking at either ENTP or INFJ. And the thing I hate about INFJs is they can be very outgoing, man. Very fucking outgoing sometimes. They can be very fucking outgoing. Let's check another interview just to be careful here. They can be INFJs can be very fucking outgoing. So,
By the way, Pat,
she
your
seems pretty damn
headphones are making
informing.
your hair a little bit crazy.
And the first time we ever did this, well, the first time I ever had tea with you, it was silent, and it was like it was a rocket ship.
Yeah.
I mean, I hadn't had any caffeine. I just started drinking caffeine again, but I was on a caffeine hiatus for 7 months.
Yeah.
And
That's
then
amazing.
and then when we had tea,
Yep.
technically it has its
caffeine.
It has its caffeine in it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that like launched me. I was like, this is the greatest feeling ever. But it wasn't the bitter coffee. Do you drink coffee?
I
I'm
like
sorry.
coffee.
Yeah?
I enjoy hot beverages infused with plant matter.
Yeah, that's
They're
great.
great.
That's a really good way to put it.
Yeah.
It's the bean.
Yeah.
It's the coffee bean.
That's right.
We're going to be hearing a little bit of noises.
Yes, we will. This is a part, as I said earlier, you weren't here for this, but this is a part of the orchestra of the backyard, and we just integrate it. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Where would you like to start, dear
Well,
sir?
Gosh, I don't know. It's a tough question. Where do you want to start?
I'll start where I left off with you last night at about 2 a.m.
Yeah. Oh man.
I really enjoyed your vlog about Iceland, episode 1 of your vlog, just to be clear.
Thanks.
Yeah, I agree with crazy German guy who you've decided you don't like. He loves you, but I agree that your vlogging style is so entertaining and epic, and I love that. Are you editing and cutting this by yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everything
it's
by
like,
myself.
mwah.
Thank you.
It's magnifique. I love it. It keeps me engaged. I think it's like well suited to everyone's attention span these days without sacrificing storytelling and momentum. You know what I mean? Like you're catering to everything without sacrificing any artistic sensibility.
Thank you.
And I'm so excited for where you're going to go. Like how old are you?
22.
Jesus. Lord, God bless.
Thank you.
Yeah, really, really incredible, Patrick. I've said this to you so many times, but again, I'm just like so stoked to be around at like these beginning points of your journey. And it's not even the beginning, you know, it's like, it's well into the beginning. And I know that. But as far as like the public getting to know you, it's really cool to be around for this like seedling part.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're the best. Ever since I've met you, I've always just, thank you.
Yeah.
The attention span of the way that I cut them is,
Right.
you know, when I was editing as a kid, my dad always hated the way that I cut things because it was too fast. And keeping that in mind with the longer form 10-minute long videos.
Yeah.
I'll cut stuff super quick and then I'll try to revisit it later in the video. You know, so then you get like off the 5-second clip.
Smart.
But thank you. I mean, it's fun. James edited one of the videos. What was it?
The Q&A.
The Q&A.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That Q&A. But yeah, it's tough. It's time consuming.
Yeah, this interview is trash.
Story I told you when I was in India of the guy who cuts the cucumbers.
It's mainly just
listen to my SI. Shut up, ENTP.
Exactly.
Jesus.
Fuck's sakes.
Talking ban.
I'm Azalea Hart from iHeartRadio Canada. Thank you so much for joining us. The rookie, Melissa O'Neill.
Thank you for having me.
Congratulations on season 8.
Thank you.
That is a really wild ride for seasons of a show.
Yeah, it is crazy to be going as long as we have. And I have a secret heart wish. I'm secret heart radio, iHeart Radio wish. I hope that we kind of like pull a Grey's Anatomy. It would be so cool. We just love working with each other. And it's one of those situations where it's like, it's amazing to be working in LA. It's amazing to be working, period. And to do it with people you love. You just want the party to keep going.
Yeah, if you pulled a Grey's Anatomy, would you want to stay on for all of those seasons?
Yes, I'm not confused. This industry is having a hard time. And you know what? I don't have any ambitions to be like, I've never had a big ambition to be like some big movie star or whatever, you know, like I want to be able to take care of my family. I want to be able to make art with people that I love working with. And so I wouldn't run away from something good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I was reading a lot of comments online and people were
Don't
saying,
do that.
I know. Reading the comments is the worst, but this was a good comment that I read.
Okay.
It was from an actual LAPD officer saying that The Rookie is probably the most realistic police drama on TV.
Really?
Yeah.
That shocks me. That might have been a troll. That
Really?
might have been a troll. No,
Why do you think
no. So I will say that the situations that we get into, it's not crazy like that in LA. It's not high stakes as much as it is that we have on the show. However, I will say our tech advisors are incredible and they are very mindful to come in and they're with us on set a lot of the time and they'll check us and make sure that we're doing things appropriately. So, you know, as far as like gun safety is concerned and tactical things, they do get us to mind our P's and Q's, but we are actors and we fall short very often. Sometimes I got my coffee in my gun hand. That's a big no-no. You can't be like
Which hand is your gun hand?
My right hand. I'm a righty. But one of my co-stars is a lefty. So it's like if we're walking with our cop belts on and we've got drinks, you cannot be holding your coffee drink in your gun hand. Because if something happens suddenly, I just argue I would drop my coffee, but you're supposed to just always be ready. Always be
Okay,
ready.
that's interesting. I was going to
Yeah.
ask you, what did you learn? But that sounds like
Oh, you learn a lot. You learn a lot. Even right now, I don't know if you guys can see this because this is radio. This is for web, but this is mostly
yes,
like for
it's
radio.
going to be digital as well.
Okay. But there's a thing that we learned, like if you're a police officer, you're always going to be talking with your hands kind of at your chest. You know, you're never going to like have it here or rifling around. That way, if anything happens, if you chose to step at me, I'd be like, bam, you know.
Oh, okay.
Something like that. Yeah.
I like that.
All
You
these
probably get
interviews
to
are
know when you're in
insufferable.
LA. Just,
No, LA's chill. Have you spent time out there?
just a little bit, but probably in like the bougie areas, Beverly Hills.
That is a little bougie. But I have to say, you know, having been in
I was
LA
in
now.
Compton.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. Compton has some bougie areas too.
Okay.
You know?
Oh, okay.
No, but I feel like having been there for 8 years, it's maybe it's because I live on like the Far East Side, but it's actually really nice. It feels like a big neighborhood. LA is amazing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't spend time in the bougie areas. Maybe that's
Oh.
why I feel that way.
Maybe. But maybe now that you have these police.
Well, now that I have you
Ideals.
as a friend, when you go to Beverly Hills, you'd be like, Melissa, we're going to the bougie spot. So you gotta call me. Yeah.
Got you. With 7 seasons on Crave so far,
Mm-hmm.
what is something that you feel like you need to get people to watch? Like, what would make people?
Yeah, we feeling informative.
Yeah.
John, what you
Oof.
thinking?
I guess, yeah, the last few minutes have been fucking terrible, though. Like, I'm not really getting much.
All right,
Yeah.
go a little bit more or what?
Mm.
I mean, we're down to two.
Huh?
So we're down to
Yeah.
ISFJ and
Is
ENTP.
there slightly just normal?
I mean, she's not really that big. She's
I
not
know.
big.
I know,
Um,
but I hate these.
I mean, we go back
Ugh.
to that one we were doing
They're
earlier.
just like fake as hell.
I know.
We can go back to like this guy shit and like
Guess we'll go
people
this
little.
fucking dork.
Yeah.
Especially because we had spent so much time establishing, even to the point that she was saying to her superiors, like, I don't want to do this. I want to do this. Like, this is what I really want to do. You know, so it was in character, something that she was very passionate about, to the point of sacrificing this people pleaser that she is, you know. And at the same time, I understand in the context of the world of the rookie, you know, there's only so much you can do with one type of storyline, wanting to branch out and do something different. So I am sad to see the undercover thing slip away, and who knows, things can always come back. It's not like her undercover capacities died, but it'll be interesting to see. I think one of the things I'm looking forward to, if they decide to explore that, is what happens when a person who is relatively young in the field is promoted to a place of seniority and power, and likely over other people who are older and maybe who have been on the force longer. You know, I'm interested to see like how the power dynamics play out, and if we're even going to touch that. I think that's an interesting space to investigate. Also, having two people, I mean, he's still outranking her, but to have Bradford and Chen essentially both be sergeants, maybe them having different opinions about how to do things. We kind of saw that with how they were being training officers.
Right, maybe that's any right.
Mhm.
I think yeah, I think
Her eyes are all over the place. Like
all over the place.
yeah.
Like yeah, I think ENTP's right here, man. I think
I started
think so.
zoning out. Holy shit.
Ban the person who asked for her.
yeah, it's bad. Yeah, I mean it's good to get some unique people on there, you know. It just shows that you will fucking suffer for you fuckers. ENTP here, guys. Woman's an ENTP. So ENTPs are informing. But she was flirting the line where I couldn't really tell too well. So like we say, we like to know what we're getting in abundance and then limit down. We knew she was abstract. We knew she was progression. We knew she was TIFE. We didn't really see like affiliative versus pragmatic. You know, sometimes you won't get everything, you know.
That's it. She's probably normalizing, maybe double normalizing, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Or either maybe normalizing creative, but I don't know. She's not. She seems pretty.
She needs to be a little bit more stable
Yeah, exactly. So I
in
don't
the
probably doesn't
chaotic
even
ones.
have creative in there. Wow.
So yeah. So we got ENTP here. This is gonna be annoying because what are we gonna go for? Enneagram. That's gonna be oof. So we're gonna go with ENTP. Let's start ENTP. All right. Subtype, what we going with? NC.
Uh, yeah.
What are we thinking on demigod?
Average.
Big old average, baby. Okay, so what are we thinking here?
Don't feel like she was I mean, she's pretty, I think, pretty well balanced, but like nothing too special, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm
Like in
not
terms of
seeing.
development.
I'm not seeing
No.
seven. I'm not seeing seven, which is usually a good home for ENTPs. I don't think I'm seeing three as well. I don't think she's like a super achiever here. Um, what do you guys think about six? Maybe. Um,
I was thinking six actually, and because she's talking about like she never wanted to be a movie star. She just wants to provide for her family and all that
mhm.
shit. So maybe six. What, 6W7 maybe?
Yeah, you gotta go
Because
seven,
she's
right?
because I mean
And I
that's
mean,
the
she's
kind.
trying to provide for the family, so she got to be what, SP?
Hmm.
I
So
think so. Yeah,
yeah,
probably SPSO.
yeah, yeah. So, yeah. I agree with that. ENTP, 6W7, SPSO, N/C, average. She wasn't like, you could get some of these ENTPs and they could be nut jobs, man. Like with the NE, the chaos, it could be just like someone will just sabotage any stability they have in their life. Any type of stability, they will just nuke it.
Kanye.
Yeah, they'll just nuke it, just like stability. What stability? But she seems to be pretty well there. But you kind of notice the women seem to be a little bit more dialed back than the men. Um, it might be like a difference in gender, and how that plays out. I don't know. I think maybe the men might be a little bit more crazier with any, taking the risks, while women might, are adverse to risk. But interesting one. I think the guy who recommended her was like named Jamer, and they're new, so that's a good one. Anything you guys want to say?
I have nothing to add.
No, nothing to add.
Unsufferable interview, guys. All right, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.